So this is actually something I came up on my own with, because basically, you know, we've got incels now, and it's kind of like an epidemic because there are so many antisocial people, or like antisocial children now, who just like stay at home and play video games and can't function as human beings. So because they don't have the natural ability to function as human beings or whatever anymore, and I guess just because they're not being like forced to by their parents because their parents don't want to abuse them the same way that their parents did or something, you would just have to encourage them with like positive reinforcement by going and my idea here is that you make a Persona game that you play on your phone or something, but instead of leveling up a character in the Persona universe, you're leveling up yourself, and then that's depicted in the Persona universe, and then like part of that is to get like the max unlocks for like different like characters and stuff. You just have to boink another teenager. You know, now that I think about it, those kids would probably just get so desperate that they would just like have gay sex or something, because well, first off, probably a lot of them are actually closeted homosexuals anyways, and that's not like a dig at homosexuals, but it's just like I like Divest really red pilled me on the whole thing where it's like, oh, homosexuality, or because of homophobia, homosexuality is super pervasive in the human genome. So that might just encourage kids to have a bunch of gay sex, because they're like, oh, well, you know, I can't find another girl who, you know, wants to spread her legs for me. Oh, I got a message from my mom. Sorry, I was just explaining to my mom that I was making a video about how to cure the inceldom epidemic. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's alright if they're having gay sex, if they're like naturally gay or whatever. So, but I was just thinking about it because like I've never seen a hot girl that likes the Persona games. So it might be that you just, well, but that's the other thing, is that like you have these incels who are like, oh, I look like Elliot Rodgers, so I'm not that ugly, so women should just, you know, throw themselves at me, or it's like I exercise or something. It's like, dude, the problem you have, okay, you have a personality problem, and your brain is fried by the media, so you don't know how to interact with women, and your personality is dog shit. I mean, like, imagine if, like, you had a serial killer who was really hot or something. Like, it wouldn't suddenly make it, like, people would still be freaked out by them, even if, well, if you're, like, hanging out with them alone, you're gonna be like, ew, what the fuck is this guy's problem? He's such a creep. And then, you know, they're gonna like come out with a clown mask and a chainsaw, and no one's gonna ever see you again. So that's like the incel problem. Just saying, is that you have no game, because, well, Divest would say it's an evolutionary thing, because like you evolved with a rape-based reproductive strategy through your ancestors. So you're used to just getting pussy without having to have any charisma, or like your ancestors evolved that way, which may or may not be true. That's kind of sketchy. I think it sounds more like fetish stuff that Divest would come up with than anything reasonable. But anyways, so yeah, You just have a Persona game, and then you have like the two players, and you're just like encouraging them. And it's like, all right, if you want to unlock this ultimate persona for yourself, like your name is, what would a common name be? Like Muhammad Stewart or something like that, or Muhammad White. Yeah, like if you want to unlock like an ultimate persona in the Lover's Arcana for Muhammad, then you have to go and lose your virginity. And so then it's like, okay, well, and it's got to be with, and then you got other Persona players who are also trying to lose their virginity, so it works with like a mutual support system. And that'll keep teenagers from, or they'll get teenagers when they're in that psychosexual development age, that'll start getting them laid based on video game logic, which is all they really care about anymore anyways.